Abby and Carol become really great friends. They have been really great friends. Do you have anybody in your life that you consider yourself to have that close of a relationship with?
Oh my God, yes. Amanda Pete is, if she didn't give birth to me, I gave birth to her. It was something like that. In another life, we must have been I don't know what. We were just really finish each other's sentences, make each other laugh till we pee, kind of best friends. So
the best type of relationship.
The best. And she doesn't let me get away with anything, and she calls me on my beep, and it's a very wonderful thing. I feel very, very lucky. Very lucky.
That's amazing. What do you think it takes to make two people that close?
I think for us it was a very instant thing. We did a show together called Jack and Jill, and our first day working together, it was just like, where have you been my whole life? And that was a long time ago. And so I think, and the truth is, we've really earned the friendship over the years because it's something we do not take for granted, and we work really hard at maintaining, and yeah. And it's also very easy, though. It's a very natural kind of thing.
She's your person.
She's so my person.
Exactly
Shonda Rhimes style. She is so my person.
Now, what about the relationship between Carol and Abby?
You mean Carol? Oh, yes, between Carol and Abby.
Yeah, what grew their relationship?
Well, they were lovers.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that's how you have to start before you get to friendship. No, they were friends first, and then they had a love affair that was brief, but I think was much more meaningful to Abby than it was to Carol. Carol got married. Carol stayed married. Carol had a child. Carol made other choices, and Abby did not make those choices for her life. So I think it was sort of a heartbreak for her, but she would rather have Carol in her life in any capacity than not have her at all. So she has stayed by her side and is thus going to help her with her current person that she has feelings for, that I think is very challenging for Abby, but she does it because of her respect and love for Carol.
Definitely, that's got to be
hard.
hard.
I have an itch on my nose. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. To bring Therese home and everything, it's got to be kind of painful for Abby to go through.
I think, to be tasked with the task of bringing home a person that the person you have light in your heart about, bring them back across the country. That's, I don't know that I would have done it, and I think it not only speaks to Abby's character, but it also speaks to the respect and admiration she has for Carol, and also what it meant in that time period to have such a sort of insulated society. To be a gay woman in the 50s was, a tightly knit area and time and space where people were able to live their lives that way. And I think she didn't want to let that go either. So she would rather have her society and her connections with people than sort of not talk to Carol and have, I don't think I could do what Abby did at all.
I don't think I could
I think it
honestly.
speaks more to that, it was a very small sort of isolated group of women, and you don't want to lose that when you don't have many of them.
Definitely, you need that community.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, speaking of that community, what do you think the impact of this film will be now that gay marriage is legalized and it's not as terrible as it was back then?
I think it'll be I hope it will be a sort of refreshing reminder of the progress that has been made, as well as sort of the potency of societal pressures and how ultimately it cannot stand in the way of your personal happiness. And if you're lucky enough to live in America and you can have some of those rights, you might as well make the choices that allow that to be possible for yourself, because life's too short to do anything other than that. And when you see a movie like this and you realize the sort of pressure cooker reality that they were in because of somebody finding out and having a private investigator follow them and tape them, and such intimate moments, it's just a very horrifying reality. So I feel very glad to be alive now and not then, although I think it's very important to be reminded, because I think obviously there are plenty of people today who are persecuted in similar ways. So
and
progress,
people don't even think about it.
and they don't think about it in the same way. Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely.